What's going, guys? It's Deathmonk here. Today we're going to be talking about some rather interesting information concerning the return of Verdansk coming to Black Ops 6 on April the 3rd. Now, as you guys can see, Call of Duty yesterday put out this rather interesting post with a caption that reads just how we remember it. Now, basically, for those who don't know, in recent titles with Warzone, it's always been loot that's been found on the ground and not floating in midair. But for those who are fans of Verdansk will remember that the loot in Verdansk back in the day was all floating in the air, so it's more visible to the naked eye, so to speak. So basically it looks like the floating loot feature that we saw back in the early days of Verdansk will be making its return to this iteration of it coming on April the 3rd, 2025. So that is really interesting. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of that in the comments box down below. Now, also, courtesy of Detonated, owned by DK Dynamite, we actually got a first look at one of the new operator skins that's going to be coming to Black Ops 6 Season 3. Now, we believe, or we suspect at this present moment in time, this is one of the Milsim skins back in the, I think it's like back in the days of Call of Duty, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure which title this one specifically is. But as you guys can see, we've got some rather interesting piece of few images there. Presumably, I think this comes from the content which belongs to JUAN SOTO. So basically, for those who don't know who JUAN SOTO is, he's basically a professional Major League Baseball player. I think he plays for the New York Mets as a left fielder. So that is really interesting. Now, if I go over to his Instagram account, as you guys can see, JUAN_25. You will have noticed that he actually has posted a rather interesting clip of when he got invited to Treyarch's studios to play something early. Now, majority of us didn't know what specifically that they were playing early, whether it was related to Season 3, whether it was related to this upcoming year's Call of Duty game, but it actually turns out they were flown out to Treyarch to basically play Verdansk, the returning Verdansk, early. So as you guys can see from this piece of footage here, courtesy of JUAN SOTO, he's actually posted some content of what appears to be the Verdansk map. Now I'm just going to quickly just rewind there a second. As you guys can see, Call of Duty Warzone 5th anniversary. Now, Call of Duty and Treyarch basically celebrated the 5th anniversary of Warzone a few days ago now. That is really interesting. Got to look at a few of the players that he's played alongside there. Very interesting. Verdansk, Call of Duty Warzone 5th anniversary there. You got a shot here of that said operator there on one of their monitors. Very interesting. Again, there's another shot of him as well, which looks pretty cool. I think we did get a look at this rather interesting operator. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was in a previous COD title, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments box down below, but I think he might have been featured in the art that we got a few days ago, which we believe at this present moment in time is this piece of key art, and we suspect it's this operator right here. So that is really interesting. So let me know what you guys' opinions are of that in the comments box down below. Just to go back to this video for a second, I'm just going to see quickly if there's any more that we may have missed. There, as you guys can see, we've got what we suspect is currently downtown, which is one of the POIs that is featured within the Verdansk map. So that is really interesting there. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Keen to see what you guys' opinions are of that in the comments box down below. Now, as you guys can see, we've got a look here of the Verdansk map. Basically, that's really interesting. It's pretty much the OG Verdansk as we all previously knew it. We've also got the closed up version of the stadium, so it will be accessible from that ground level, but it won't be accessible from the roof. So that is really interesting there. Also, to back this up, if you guys paid attention to the countdown, which is live in Warzone at the moment, you will notice every 30 seconds during that countdown, you will notice there's a POI that flashes up. Now, I actually made a list of all the POIs that I've noticed from that, which are these listed right here. So we've got at the Superstore, Block 17, Block 23, Boneyard, which I'll come on to in a moment, Coast, Gora Bridge, Gora Dam, Gora Ridge, Gora Tunnel, Gora Village, Grasna Bridge, Great Bridge, Yavdensk Spomenik, Krovnik Farmland, Lozov Pass, Novi Grasna Hills, Prison, Storage Town, Stayor Memorial and Zokov Boneyard. So that is really interesting. So those are all the named, I won't say named points of interest, but points of interest that are showcased within the countdown section of Warzone at the moment, where you can see like the countdown to Verdansk, so to speak. So that is really interesting. Now also don't forget guys, as Warzone and Call of Duty themselves are all celebrating the 5th anniversary, which I mentioned about a few moments ago, make sure you guys go to Call of Duty themselves, so tweet at Call of Duty with your Activision ID with hashtag number and hashtag Verdansk replay. You can actually get some of your statistics if you played back then. Basically you can like showcase like what statistics that you actually obtained during your time on the original map. So that is really interesting there. And also once again, make sure you guys don't forget that we actually got this unforgettable Verdansk trailer that dropped about a week or so ago now. Now this is basically hyping up Verdansk per se, but during this trailer you will notice that there's an 8-digit code. Now this 8-digit code is actually used to unlock the bunker at the Boneyard POI, which is this right here. So 87624851. So if you take that to the Boneyard POI, and you'll notice there's a little bunker, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think closely resembles like a letter J or something along them lines. If you make your way down to that location, there's like an underground area with a bunker, and basically that's the code to unlock that bunker. So that's what I'll be dropping when Verdansk returns on April the 3rd, so that is really interesting. Keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are of this in the comments box down below. I think that's all we've got so far for Verdansk. If you notice anything else that I've not covered, make sure you guys let me know in the comments box down below. Keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't upload, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.